Alright, first match of the night is going to be the Money in the Bank Kickoff pre-show match, which is going to be R-Truth going up against King Wade Barrett. The match is presented by Mountain Dew Kickstart, and I think everybody knows that you tune in an hour before the show. You're going to hear commentary from all of the WWE guys talking about all the matches, seeing some of the, I guess you can say, little compilations of all the matches, hyping you up for the match that you already know that's going to be going down. But for some reason, they picked these two guys out of the hat, and I went to WWE.com to see if they were even able to put a story together about why these guys are fighting. And once you read the story, you're actually sort of brainwashed thinking that this match honestly really does mean something. Now, King Barrett, when he won the kingship, I guess you can say, when he got to start wearing the crown and holding the scepter and wearing the cape on his way down to the ring, I really thought it was going to mean something. If you look back in a history of wrestling, when you think about King Harley Race or King Haku, even the Macho King Randy Savage, that when I was a kid growing up, that actually sort of meant something. It actually, in my mind, was treated like it was a championship. I never really saw those guys lose matches to where I wouldn't think they were the king of wrestling anymore. And even though, I wouldn't know what Harley Race really meant to wrestling until I was older and actually got to know that he was one of the biggest stars of the NWA, and him being in the WWF actually really meant something. I really thought of him being a great wrestler because he was the king. And that's what it meant. Now, Wade Barrett won the King of the Ring, got to start being the King gimmick, and it actually really does fit him. I think he's really molded himself into that, and I think it's only been getting better and better as the weeks go by. You go back and you think about, what it did for Booker T's career, giving him that second wind and really making him more relevant, actually pushing himself into winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and being the champion of SmackDown for a while. It has done the opposite for Wade Barrett. I actually want to think that it actually made him go lower on the card, but Wade Barrett is a guy that honestly in his career came in, won NXT, was the leader of Nexus, had a whole bunch of steam momentum behind him, and then all of a sudden lost it. Left Raw, went to SmackDown, started the Core, got a lot of momentum behind him, lost it. The Core broke up, he went solo, won the Intercontinental Championship, got some steam behind him, and lost it. He's kind of been this guy that in WWE has always just been having these peaks and valleys. All of a sudden, it's like Vince looks in the locker room and sees this big, intimidating guy, and it's like, why are we not pushing that guy? And all of a sudden, they'll start pushing him, and then he just sort of doesn't get brought up in a booking meeting, and all of a sudden he falls off the face of the earth. Now, WWE.com, they actually bring up the fact that both of these competitors were both inside of the Elimination Chamber. Both of these competitors were inside of the WrestleMania 31 Intercontinental Championship match. So, they sort of got the shaft by not getting into the Money in the Bank. Both of those matches in previous pay-per-views, WrestleMania and Elimination Chamber, both of them were for the Intercontinental title. Both of them were mid-card championships. Now, this year, at the Money in the Bank, of course, they're going for the briefcase. They're stacking it with more, main event talent. You've got Sheamus, borderline main eventer. Randy Orton and Roman Reigns, guaranteed main eventers. Kane is a guy that goes back and forth. And then you've got a newbie rookie in Neville. You've got Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston, two real reliable hands for WWE that have never really gotten to where they're supposed to be. So, the R-Truth, who actually sort of exposed this match on Monday Night Raw, coming out to deliver a promo, thinking that he was in the Money in the Bank match, only to be told that he wasn't in it, and said my bad and went to the back. That should have been an indication of why these two guys are fighting. I guess both of these guys want a leg up in the mid-card, seeing, where they rank, if maybe they'll become the new number one contenders, even though it looks like Ryback has his hands full with Big Show, and even then, Miz sort of is in the Intercontinental Championship running, even though he's been getting his ass handed to him the last few weeks. He's made his return. We'll have to see. Honestly, if you go back in history, the last time these guys had a match, it was Wade Barrett making an easy win out of R-Truth in the semifinals of the King of the Ring. So they do have a little bit of a history with the chamber match, the ladder match, and the King of the Ring. I guess it's not the qualifying match, it was the semifinals match, but we'll see what goes down. In this match, I'm going to go with the King. I'm going to say King Wade Barrett gets the win, and hopefully he'll be able to pull it out.